What are you doing?
I'm flexing right now.
Flexing what?
All of my peak design bags. So it's been a while since my last Peak Design fanboy video, so I decided to make another one. No, this video isn't sponsored by Peak Design, though I am happy to report that they have begun partnering up with me, like that quick mention in my Sigma video. Yes, it's every YouTuber's dream to work with the brands that they love. Anyways, it's 2020, and the last time I checked, I'm still a huge Peak Design nerd, and my obsession for their bags have kinda spiraled out of control. I mean, look at this. I got the Everyday Backpack version 1, the Everyday Backpack version 2, and now the Everyday Backpack Zip, the Everyday Backpack Messenger, the Everyday Sling 10L, the Everyday Sling 10L version 2, the Everyday Sling 5L, the Everyday Travel Backpack, the Everyday Wash Pouch, the Everyday Lens Pouch. It's gotten to the point where we aren't even using them for cameras anymore.
What? It makes a good grocery bag.
We're actually not kidding about this. We recently bought an electric scooter, which cost $1,000! So Vivian can scoot around for groceries instead of driving the car out. Why? Well, one, because it's better for the environment. We're not getting the gas up into the atmospheric global warming thing. And two, we're not wasting paper or plastic bags with the backpack. So the backpack that Vivian loves to use for grocery is the Everyday Backpack Zip, and this thing can fit a lot. We're not even kidding. The side pockets are perfect for things like wine, a bottle of ranch, and a jar of salsa. And inside of the backpack itself, it's divided into 3 compartments. The bottom compartment is for heavy stuff like cans of tomatoes and beans. The middle compartment is good for cushioning soft things like lemons and avocados. And the top compartment is more for lighter items like a bag of lettuce. And just when you think we filled it all up, we still got the mesh side pockets.
So I have in here, it fits perfectly, a bottle of maple syrup. Oh, and I almost forgot, there's a little laptop compartment here, but really for me, I like to sneak some tortillas in for my breakfast burritos that I make in the morning.
And I've picked up a boosted board, which also costs $1,000! To pay for all of this, I had to pick up a second job doing UberEats. Oh shoot, delivery. For food delivery, the Sling 10L version 2 is the perfect size to carry a relatively standard burger and fries combo with a drink. I also take advantage of all the little nooks and crannies for things like ketchup, sauce, straws, and napkins. With everything packed up neatly, I am now ready to ride off to deliver the food to the hungry customer. UberEats.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, sir, you forgot the tip.
Tip, you say?
Okay, so I am just kidding about the second job and possibly the third job too, in which we are no way implying that we're doing, but I do go out and pick up, something like a matcha latte in the morning for Vivian before she wakes up. I know, boyfriend of the year. And I like riding out in the middle of the day as well for lunch or something, bringing the food back to the apartment and eat. But what about their famous everyday backpacks? I now own both versions of the Everyday Backpack, the version 1 and the version 2, and I quite like the version 2 a lot. If you've been following me for a while now, I don't know, about 4 years, then you know the version 1 hardly ever leaves my back, and that's because this is truly an everyday backpack. You guys already know it's a fantastic photography bag. It's also aesthetically pleasing enough to bring around your friends. I believe it can handle a bit of rain, and it's quite a comfy backpack. To be completely honest with you guys, if you guys already have the version 1 of the Everyday Backpack, there's really no need for you to go out to get the version 2. There are slight updates to this that does make it a teeny tiny bit better, but to run out and spend another $280 just to get the same backpack, relatively the same backpack, is not worth it in my opinion. And folks, we're barely halfway through all of my Peak Design bags. But before we continue, I just want to thank Storyblocks.com for helping me share my fun story with with you guys. You might have noticed the cool lower third animation that's been appearing whenever I feature each bags. This is a pre-designed After Effects template on Storyblocks that you can download right now to help you spruce up your videos. Modifying the text and colors to fit your video is incredibly easy, and these templates come with instructions to guide you through the whole process. Not only do they have other lower thirds and animated backgrounds, but also 4K stock footage. For more information, check out storyblocks.com/JasonVong to see how they can help you tell your story on your next project. Okay, now back to my backpacks. Speaking of backpacks, the granddaddy of them all, the Peak Design Travel 45-liter backpack. We've actually only ever used it twice since owning that backpack. To be honest, I was super hyped about the travel backpack when it was first announced, and when I got my hands on it, I took it out with me to Cuba for about a week, and I quickly learned that it is a super big and heavy backpack. For a quick day trip or a weekend trip, the backpack is fantastic. You can fit the clothes that you need and some of the camera gear that you need for that one day or for that one weekend. For example, I did take this backpack with me to Yosemite last year and it was perfect for that. However, any longer than a weekend, the backpack becomes very cumbersome. It's huge unless you take a smaller backpack with you for your camera gear. But the accessories that got introduced with the travel backpack, those are awesome. You know, speaking of the wash and tech pouch, I actually haven't seen it in a while. I wonder where they went.
Don't tell him.
Well, it seems like Vivian likes to use my pouches for her makeup and to store her Kindle and her 3DS. But good thing I still have my packing cubes. These are fantastic to pack and organize my clothes before every trip. Aside from this travel set, I also have this lens pouch, which is incredibly super useless, and this Peak Design rain cover that I never actually have in handy when it actually rains. Oh snaps, the OG, the bag that started it all, the Peak Design Everyday Messenger bag. I'm not much of a messenger guy, but man, I love this bag. It's sleek, it's minimal, it was my go-to main work bag for at least a couple of years back when I had a full-time job. What ultimately moved me away from this bag is the everyday backpack. Vivian got this for me for one of my birthdays, and I'm much more of a backpack kind of guy. And what's really handy about the backpack was that they introduced the luggage strap right here. The version 1 doesn't have it, so it makes it hard to travel with. I believe version 2 of the messenger bag has it, and having a luggage strap is a must-have thing for these bags in 2020. So nowadays we've been using the version 1 for some other kind of business. So,
You got the goods?
sure do.
All right. Money's in your bank account.
Okay, all jokes aside, if I were to choose my favorite Peak Design bag, it would be the Peak Design Sling 5L. This is my minimalist hybrid carry, perfect for the Sony RX107 and the Zhiyun Crane M2 gimbal. Besides the fact that this entire setup is incredibly light and tiny, the RX107 packs a lens that is a 24 to 200mm equivalent, so I have all my range covered. The image quality is great and it can shoot in 4K in hybrid log gamma and S-log profiles with slow motion of 1080p up to 240 frames per second. And the Crane M2 is so tiny that it is perfect to stabilize a camera that's this size. I have been bringing this setup around for the past few months on personal social settings and I love it. So this video was super fun to make and I am completely serious about us using these backpacks other than for holding cameras. So if you're doing the same thing with your camera bag, tag me on Instagram at JasonVMedia, whether it's a story or on a post. I would love to see them. And let me know in the comments down below which of these Peak Design bags are your favorite. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.